Another sign that President Trump's tariffs are working, China's trade surplus shrinking. New Chinese customs data today showing a trade surplus for China of $295 billion for all of last year. That's down 12.5% from 2018. The surplus then larger. Joining us tonight, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin. Mr. Secretary, great to have you with us, and I want to congratulate you and, of course, the Trump administration on reaching an agreement on the so-called Phase 1 of the U.S.-China trade deal. So congratulations, and it's good to talk with you. Let's start by asking you just straightforwardly, one of the predicates for this is that it be fully enforceable. The president has said it is. Robert Lighthizer has. You have. Are you ironclad sure that you've got a fully enforceable deal?
We are, Lou, and it's great to be here with you. And tomorrow we'll be releasing the documents, and people will be able to see there's a very detailed dispute resolution process. This is an enforceable agreement, just as the president dictated it would be.
And as a fully enforceable deal, also it comes with a spirited infusion of business from China. $200 billion over 2 years, with over 4 sectors of our economy. That's a huge increase in demand of this economy, as vast and rich as it is. What are your expectations on how that'll play out?
Well, Lou, as you know, the president had been very clear from his first meeting with President Xi. There were 2 issues here. One was he wanted to reduce the trade deficit, and 2, he wanted structural changes, particularly around forced technology and other issues. So this is an additional $200 billion, which is very significant. And specifically, and for our farmers, you know, there'll be $40 to $50 billion annually of purchases. So this is a great win for American business and American farmers.
And for the Chinese, this is, what are their principal benefits? We look at it often in terms of what are our benefits, but for this audience, give us a sense of what is driving, motivating the Chinese to agree to something that many wags, particularly on Wall Street and corporate America's lobbyists in this town, had said they would never agree to.
Well, that's been the history that they haven't, but this is the first president that negotiated a serious deal. And I do think this can be good for China. China has 1.35 billion people. They got a large growing middle class. And if our companies can compete fairly selling things to that middle class, that's a huge growing market for our workers.
And the agreement is a precondition, if you will, to this Phase 1 to relieve the Chinese of the currency manipulator status that well, actually you pinned on them. That has to be a significant move. How will you judge whether or not they're keeping faith with that agreement on your part and the president's, of course, to relieve them of that currency manipulator branding?
Well, the only reason why we changed that is because there's a chapter in this agreement on currencies and foreign exchange. It's fully enforceable. There's very strict commitments that they will not manipulate their currency going forward. And as a result of that, we got comfortable lifting the designation. But like every other part of this agreement, that'll be an enforceable chapter going forward.
And the issue of intellectual property theft, cyber attacks by the Chinese, that will be readily detectable by whomever is in charge of enforcement here. What are your expectations, both in terms of who will be managing that enforcement and monitoring the fulfillment on the part of the Chinese of the terms of this deal?
Well, let me just say, Ambassador Lighthizer really did a phenomenal job, and the entire team at USTR leading an interagency effort. We had people in every single agency dedicated under his work getting this done. And USTR, Ambassador Lighthizer will be leading the enforcement office. He'll be dedicating people to this. The Chinese will be dedicating people. The vice premier will be the designated person on the other side. And to the extent there are disputes, it will go through their offices.
And some aspects of the trade relationship will not be shaped, obviously, by what is phase one. Many people are looking ahead to phase two. The president says that isn't something that he's concerned about, nor lifting tariffs on some almost $400 billion of Chinese goods until after the election. Give us a sense of what is going to happen, your meetings with the European Union and Japan on the issue of subsidies. Give us a sense of where that is headed and what it means for the U.S.-China relationship.
Well, we're meeting with our counterparts on this. We'll be in Davos next week with the president, so we'll be seeing a lot of my counterparts there and having bilateral meetings on this. I think this is a giant step on phase one. This is the first time we've ever had an enforceable agreement. There will be other issues in phase two. There's been some misreporting today about side agreements and things like that. There's no side agreements. The only way that the president will be reducing the tariffs is if there is a phase two part of the agreement that is also fully enforceable.
Give us your thoughts on how this changes the relationship between the United States and China, where the president's vision is taking the United States in particular, of course, as a result of the historic agreement that he will sign tomorrow.
Well, you know, the president's economic plan has always been about tax cuts, regulatory relief, and trade. Trade has been one of the major pillars since the campaign. And this is a big week because we're not only are we signing this historic deal, but we're also looking forward to the USMCA Mexico-Canada agreement passing the Senate quickly as well. So this is a giant week for the president's trade agenda. And I think that you're going to begin to see the economic impacts in the U.S. economy from both these deals.
And that economic impact will obviously is designed to reduce the deficit this country has with China. Give us, if you can, your best forecast on how much that deficit will decline over what kind of period as a result of this agreement.
Again, there's $200 billion of additional purchases, so I think the deficit will be reduced by at least $200 billion over the next 2 years. But my expectation is that it's significantly higher than that, that with the structural reforms that we've negotiated, U.S. companies are going to have a real opportunity to compete fairly and reciprocal trade, and that's going to be a great thing to reduce the deficit.
Well, it's a great thing that you and Robert Lighthizer have reached this agreement, negotiated it long and hard. Our congratulations to both of you and, of course, President Donald Trump. Thank you very much, Secretary Mnuchin.
Thank you, Lou.